To the United States now, where the Attorney General has denied new claims that he colluded with Russian officials in the lead-up to last year's election. Jeff Sessions also faced a grilling before the Senate Intelligence Committee over his role in recommending last month's sacking of FBI Director James Comey. Anne Barker has our report.
America's top law enforcement official has been questioned over reports he'd had a secret third meeting with Russia's US ambassador in the lead-up to last year's election. Jeff Sessions has already recused himself from the federal investigation into allegations of Russian collusion in the presidential campaign after he'd admitted in March he'd had two other meetings with Ambassador Sergei Kislyak. Confessions of a third meeting would be explosive, but Mr Sessions denies the claims.
And the suggestion that I participated in any collusion, that I was aware of any collusion with the Russian government to hurt this country, to undermine the integrity of our democratic process, is an appalling and detestable lie.
The reports in US newspapers suggest Mr Sessions had secretly met Mr Kislyak in April last year on the sidelines of a foreign policy event in Washington. They cite classified information from American spy agencies that apparently intercepted the ambassador discussing a meeting at the Mayflower Hotel. But the Attorney General, in an impassioned response before the Senate committee, insisted he'd done no such thing.
I recused myself from any investigation into the campaign for president, but I did not recuse myself from defending my honor against scurrilous and false allegations.
The questions didn't stop there. A Democratic committee member, Ron Wyden, asked Mr Sessions about separate claims by the former FBI Director James Comey last week that there were other problematic reasons why the Attorney General had recused himself from the Russia investigations. Senator Wyden accused Mr Sessions of stonewalling.
General Sessions, respectfully, you're not answering the question.
Well, what is the question?
The question is, Mr. Comey said that there were matters with respect to the recusal that were problematic and he couldn't talk about them. What are they?
Why don't you tell me? There are none, Senator Wyden. There are none. I can tell you that for absolute certainty. This is a secret innuendo being leaked out there about me, and I don't appreciate it.
Mr Sessions in turn spoke about his role in recommending James Comey's sacking, even after he'd recused himself from the Russia inquiry. But under questioning from Senator Mark Warner, he said his concerns about Mr Comey's performance at the FBI began well before he was confirmed as Attorney General.
We had talked about it even before I was confirmed and before he was confirmed. It's something that we both agreed to, that a fresh start at the FBI was probably the best thing.
The Attorney General refused to answer a series of questions about his private conversations with President Trump, including what or whether they discussed James Comey's handling of the Russia inquiry.
It's a long-standing policy of the Department of Justice not to comment on conversations that the Attorney General has had with the President of the United States for confidential reasons.
Mr Sessions was also asked about rumours the President was planning to sack Robert Mueller, the special counsel appointed to oversee the Russia investigation. He says he has confidence in Mr Mueller, but he has no idea if the President does.
Anne Barker reporting.